Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Arsenal show. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Arsenal related. Please make sure whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, you hit the like button on the video. So important you do that as soon as you touch down on the video, people. Hit that like button. Please share this across all the socials, even Twitter, even though Twitter's I don't know what's going on with Twitter, but make sure you share it across all the social media apps you are active on: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, wherever you are active. Please share this across all of the socials. Don't matter if you have one follower on there, on any of them platforms I mentioned. Share this across all the socials. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. This is the Manchester United Arsenal show. I was away for a couple of days. That's why you didn't get it on Thursday night. But I did tell you I would reschedule it. And we've got Cam here in the building as well. Yes, Cam, what are you telling me? You good?
I'm all good, my bro. I'm just having a sneezing fit right now, bro.
What you say, fam? Say that again, sorry.
I said I'm all good, man. I'm just having a sneezing fit right now, man.
Yeah, man. Glad you're all good, man. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be happy because it seems Arsenal are actually making some moves. So we will get into all of that, people. Like I said, keep all your comments, all your questions. Manchester United.
I'll be back. I need to go blow my nose,
stress.
man.
Do your thing, fam. It's calm. It's calm. No stress. Cam will be back in a second. Please keep all your questions, comments, Manchester United or Arsenal related. And if you do indeed super chat, I will get straight to your comment or question as well. And don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Big up to Jerry, who says shame about De Gea. He could have signed his contract in March, and this would have not happened. Henderson will be our number one since Onana is not happening. I disagree in terms of it's not shame about De Gea. De Gea needs to be moved on 110%. De Gea has to be moved on. So if that indeed does happen, which it seems that's the way, because he could still sign for Manchester United because he's currently not contracted to any club. So Manchester United could sign him. I don't think Henderson will be our number one. And where's the news that Onana is not happening? We will sign a goalkeeper, whether it's Onana or somebody else. We got linked with another goalkeeper just earlier on. I forgot his name. The Feyenoord goalkeeper. Someone in the chat will let me know. We've also been linked with Kevin Trapp as well. So we'll sign a goalkeeper. But if we manage to get De Gea out on a free, clear up the wages, get rid of Henderson and get some money and clear out his wages as well, that's a great move. 110%. Myself and others have been asking for Manchester United to move like a ruthless team, like an efficient institution. And if we manage to get rid of both De Gea and Henderson in the same window, great moves. 100.
You've only got 120 million budget.
It's what I've heard. I've heard 100 million. You've just told me 120 and I've heard 150, but that just means we have to move even smarter in the window, which I have no issue with. That's more than enough.
You know I said it on the group chat. I said it to Murtaza. I said, bruv, that gives me Arsenal PTSD from like 2007 to like 2016, bro.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't mind that amount of money. You know what that forces us not to do?
Obviously, if you do sell players, obviously that comes into play as well. So obviously you have more money there, but it just depends who you sell and how much you sell them for.
Yeah, and it also stops us from spending stupid amounts of money. Even though I don't like the Mount deal, it stops us going to do that again in terms of going to spend 90, 100, north of 100 million on one player, which I don't think they're worth it. So I'm with it. But I've heard loads. I've heard so many different reports. I've heard 100 million, 120 million, which Cam just mentioned. I've heard 150, obviously player sales as well. But that's more than enough to get what we need to get. It's now just about investing correctly. It's never been about the amount.
To be honest with you, you could build a decent squad this season just to maintain you top four with 120 mil, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Just with the. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying a title winning squad because you might need a little bit more than that. Just for the a bit more for the quality of play. You have to pay. At certain teams, you're gonna have to pay the price.
Yeah, and that's where the scout. That's where.
So I was gonna say but I mean, on the up of it, you can actually just you know what it is. Yeah, it all looks like the Qataris are going to take over. It's just a matter of when now. It's not even if anymore. It's like it's a matter of when.
I hope so. Hope you're right.
You know what I mean? Like unless I'm gonna say Kroenke, just so you know. Unless the Glazers just come out of the blue and unnecessarily say, "Oh, we're not selling anymore," or whatever. It looks like the Qatar deal is going to go through, innit? But whether it goes through, like I said, I remember saying it in the show. A couple of weeks ago, I was saying it. It all depends. I mean, if you can get that deal done, say I'm not saying it will happen, but say just for an example, it got done within next Friday. By next Friday, it was done.
Yeah.
You're then that 120 or 100, whatever it was, suddenly then that gets scrapped. Here's a war chest for you, because that's what will happen. Do you know what I mean? It all depends when the deal is done. But if the deal doesn't get done until, like I said, after the transfer window, if that was to happen, and I'm going to go on that basis, if that was to happen, yeah, I'm not necessarily saying that's going to happen. I'm saying if that was to happen, you could, with 100, 120 mil, 150 mil, you could build a decent enough squad, yeah, with decent enough players to maintain top 4 for at least this season until you get that Qatari deal done.
Yeah, like 100%. I hear you. But yeah, just back to this from Jerry about Onana's not happening. We'll have to wait and see. And I just want to get to something real quick from Jerry. You said I've heard 3 budgets: 120 million, 60 million, and 370 million. What's true? Nobody knows, because most people are just guessing. Because people are guessing. That's why. Like I said before when we were talking about, what was it? The ownership. Like when I've spoken on the ownership in all the months we've been discussing it, that 99.9% people talking like they know what's going on, have no idea what is going on with this deal. Same way with our budget. Is it somewhere in the realms to be true? I could hear that, yes, but does anybody know the actual number? I don't think so. I think most people are just guessing.
They know the number. You don't know the number.
Yeah. They know the number. Like the United hierarchy, Ten Hag, the people in chat, like the people.
They know the number they have to work with, or it might not be a specific number, but it'll be like a don't go over this sort of.
It might be don't go over X. So like to all the people guessing, this is why I don't worry. And people are like, oh, United only have 100 million to spend. Who has actually said this?
You know what? I understand when it came out earlier in the month where it came out. Oh, United might not have a big budget until the takeover, and that makes sense. Yeah, it's understandable. But then all of a sudden, it was only like this week, or I think it was only this week I started seeing, oh, Man United only got about 100 million to spend, or 120 million to spend, and I'm like, is that true? Where did that number come out? So all these numbers, you know what I mean? Like, who was the creditable source that dropped a number that made everyone go, well, that must be the number?
Exactly. Because it just sounds good. That's why. It just sounds good. Like, that's why I always ask whether it's Manchester United's transfer budget, whether it's a certain player we're after. I always say, okay, who's the source who said this? Because me and you could sit here and say, United are linked with this player, this player. You could say Arsenal are linked with this player, and me and you have enough people here and have enough pull on social media for that to gain legs. And we've just made it up. Sources say, me and Cam said. You know what I'm saying? All right, Manchester United are looking at Ollie Watkins. Arsenal are looking at James Ward-Prowse. Why? Because me and Cam said. That's the source. We could easily run with that and it could gain legs if we tweeted that.
Mbappe signing for Arsenal next season.
Yeah, Mbappe signing for Arsenal next season.
I'm the ITK, guys.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we signing Valverde and Tchouaméni next season in 2024.
Jeez, but
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, that's what I always say. That's
why we're getting Camavinga as well, you know.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, it's just guesswork.
FIFA talk right now. FIFA
talk before we continue. Over 70 of you lot in the building. Only at 25 likes though. Hit that like button. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Pay the toll when you enter the city of Sarcasm. Pay the tax, people. It's free tax. Just hit the like button. That's all I need you to do. 25 likes, get us up to 40 likes, people. Get us up to 40 likes and hit the subscribe button. We're 5 short of 7,100. We're 5 short.
We should do a certain I'm not saying do it actually, but I'm just saying we should jokingly do that thing. We're not going to continue talking until we get to this number. Like a certain man, I'm not going to name names, but I've got a certain man out there see certain stuff like this. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'll get a fight now, mate. 5 minutes. Sorry.
It's all good. Let me just get to this from Mohammed, who says, flawless. We need 2 goalkeepers and 2 strikers, potentially 2 midfielders. I don't disagree in regards to the 2 goalkeepers. Don't disagree in regards to the 2 midfielders, because I thought we needed 3, including, like, you include Mount in that. And I also think we need 2 strikers. But signing a backup goalkeeper you can get is cheap. You could easily go and get a Scott Carson-esque goalkeeper, experienced goalkeeper who's English, who ticks the quota. Obviously, a goalkeeper.
Matt Ryan or something.
Yeah, would cost, because you barely see your number 2 goalkeeper anyway. In regards to the 2 midfielders, I do agree. But again, this is on Ten Hag.
You can have Matt Turner if you like.
Stuff. Like, that's the type of. The thing is, how many games did Matt Turner play for you like this season just gone? 3? This is what I'm saying. You barely seen him, is the point I'm making. So
you can have him either way.
This guy. You're a joke, man. But we will get to this actually. Warrior J says Arsenal are getting closer to completing Timber deal. Sources feel it will be done next week. And that's from Fabrizio Romano. Thoughts on that? Cam. Someone who can play right back, centre back, and defensive midfield as well.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that we look like we're signing him. Do you know what? I just don't. I'm not one of them I'm not just one of them guys to get gassed until I know we signed him. But like, every ounce of me till that deal actually came through to Sky Sports here, and it was announced with Kai Havertz. Every ounce of me was just like praying, please collapse, please collapse, please collapse. Like, please don't. Like, do you know what I mean? But it didn't collapse. Until that happens, I'm not gonna be getting too gassed. But if we are signing him, if it looks like we are signing him, all hope willing we are. I'm happy with that, man. I mean, I'm excited with that, because it's more for. I'm more excited. Like, people are saying, would he replace Ben White, or who would he replace? And I'm not saying. I'm like more like, well, you couldn't replace Ben White straight away, even if you did want to replace him, because it would just disrupt the whole momentum of the team, regardless. But it just adds to our fucking stability, and every. You know what it adds to? The main thing it adds to is what I was calling for all last season, was our depth. I said we had no depth. We've got no depth. And but we've actually got. I mean, Kai Havertz. But if we end up signing Rice and Timber, that just adds to our depth. But but obviously then it also looks like that. Obviously, we're going to be selling Jacques Oran Party.
Are they both on the move? Yeah. Are they both going to be leaving?
I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro. It's 1 minute it's one of them, next minute it's both of them, next minute it's none of them. I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on. But I think Jacques will move. Party, I don't know what will happen with Party. But if he moves, then I think we'll end up going for Latvia or someone like that.
Jesus.
But even
Rice is a bad boy.
But even
we'll go.
You know, even the reports came out that it probably won't happen anyway. But the reports came out that they're gonna test the waters of Tchouaméni from Real Madrid as well.
Hey, that's a great report. True or not, you can talk about.
Whether like I said, whether that's a true report.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But even like I just like the way we're moving in it. Like, obviously, I had my little breakdown with Edu. I still feel the same shit about Edu, but at least he surprised me with this one. I mean, I'm not being funny. Him signing Kai Havertz is not a fucking statement signing. I'm sorry, that's not a statement signing. Like, that's like, do you know that's like parading? That's like your wife being Paris Hilton and you're parading her, bro.
Okay, like this guy random straight out of Paris Hilton, but carry on, fam.
No, I'm thinking about it. Cause like she's exact, bro. Why is she famous, fam? She's exactly like Kim K. Why is she famous, bro? It all comes down to something, bro. It all comes down to one thing, bro. If it wasn't for these one things that happened to these 2 ladies, yeah, they wouldn't be famous, bro. Let's be real, fam. Do you know what I mean? That's like parading all that shit, bruv. Bruv, that's what I'm saying, bruv. I was just, you know what I was just sick and tired of the reports every year with the meaty players that we look like we're signing. But this year, I mean, and then it happened with Kai Havertz. As soon as the reports came out that we were actually seriously interested in Kai Havertz, I was like, what the fuck, bro? And then I've got people like, my only concern with this is Arsenal fans are trying to say, well, if Arteta wants him, then I want him. And And man, shut up, bruv. Like 2-3 weeks ago, you weren't slating him, bruv.
Talk about
like,
it.
Do you know what I mean? Like 2-3 weeks ago, when the first report came out and you thought it was all a joke. Nah, no, that'll never happen. No, fun that guy, but I'll never think about. And then a week goes by, and suddenly, you know what? And I check out what came out, what you mean? Nah, bro. What changes, bro? What changed? What do you think's gonna happen? Like, I'm not saying Arteta's not a great man-to-man coach. Yeah, pause. But I'm not saying, like, yeah, I know he can get the best out of players. But what the fuck has Kai Havertz shown in the last 3 years for him to get the best out of what are we getting the best out of? I don't understand with Kai Havertz. He's got nothing there, bro. He's got fuck all, bruv. He's got a bit of off the ball movement. Oh, now you sound like me in 2012 when I was talking about Theo Walcott. Every time I tried to, because I didn't want to let it go, bro. I knew he was bad. I knew he was bad. But you know when you clutch onto them little things, but nah, bruv, he's got a great off the ball. What are you talking about, bruv? His pace, like, but my heart to heart knew, like, that's all he had, bro. That's all he had. And you're telling me, so what you're going to get the best out of off the ball? So off the ball movement wins you leagues, yeah? Oh, if that's the case, then fucking hell, bring me every player that's off the ball movement, fucking superior, world class, statistically off the ball movement, great. Fuck yeah, no, brother. Right. That's my. But like, look, I don't mind if we come at the end of this this season, new season coming in, you know, and we're winning the league, and Kai Havertz is. Or what Champions League, and Kai Havertz played a vital role in that, and he was like maybe one of, if not the player of the season for us. I will happily sit on this fucking podcast and eat my words, bro. But I'm so confident that will not fucking happen with Kai Havertz, bro. Like, even if we do win the league, I still feel like Kai Havertz will be our fucking downfall, regardless. Not the downfall of. Just him being shit regardless. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing he's gonna be doing. He might have one or two all right moments or decent moments, but bro, bro.
I hear you. Before you continue though, hey, everyone who's locked in now, over 80 of you lot in the building, love that. Only at 30 likes. What we doing? Like check 1 2 1 2. Like check 1 2 1 2. Let's get up to 50 likes, people. What are we doing, man? Hit that like button. Because I know you lot are clearly here enjoying the content, which is all well and good. But let's bump up them likes because it pushes out the show to the algorithm, and then we can get more people in there. And then the more people we get here, the more successful the show is. The more successful the show is, the more successful the channel is. And then the more successful the channel is, the more content we then can produce, people. And you might not get the show just once a week. It may be twice a week. It may be in a studio, etc., etc. So you lot need to hit the like button, please, and continue to get your questions in. Please keep them Manchester United or Arsenal related. And if you do indeed super chat, we will get straight to your comment or question as well. I love how I asked Cam about Timber, and he went on to Havertz and Edu. That is brilliant. You're saying that is
oh, but no. If Edu gets if Edu gets look, I'm hearing with the West Ham deal. Like, do you know what? I'm not gonna get too excited with the Rice deal right now. Because I'm hearing West Ham are just being little like bitches with the whole payment structure of things. Apparently they want the 100 million guaranteed paid within 18 months, but Arsenal are like, well, we'll do it in 4 years. And I just feel like, I don't know. Edu hasn't given me anything in the past for me to trust him to be able to handle this without there being a hiccup. I hope he handles it without there being a hiccup. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I thought this came. What the news came out that we dropped the money. What day was it? Fucking Monday.
The chat in regards to what happened.
Wasn't it Monday or something? When it came out, when it actually came out on Sky Sports and it was official, Arsenal have whatever day that was. How we haven't got that deal wrapped up by the Friday, and it still talks that there's little hiccups here and there. That's why I'm not going to get too gassed on that right now. But if he gets that over the line, all flowers to him, bro. I'll give him credit for that. And with the same with the Timber deal. Like I said, Timber's a great fucking player, bro. In my opinion, he's a great player. Like, whether he like, it all depends how you view Ben White as a player, or how you view. Well, it depends where he was going to play anyway. Like, but the talks are he's going to be playing as an inverted right back if he does play. So does that mean Ben White gets dropped, or does that mean Saliba gets dropped?
I think
No,
it's
I mean,
like you mentioned before, though. Depth. That's what that means.
but that's what I'm saying with depth. That's what I'm happy about. So, but yeah, man, like if he can get them 2 deals over the line, I'll sit here and be like, do you know what I do? Credit where credit's due, because you actually got 2 great fucking deals over the line. Like, credit where credit's due on that. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, I know the history of Edu. The last 3 years, do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing been great about the last 3 years. Let's be real. Like, I remember when Aaron Ramsdale first came in, I was like, do you know what? He's a good signing. He's this and that. But then it only took me until halfway through this season to be like, he only had a one-hit wonder with us. He's actually fucking arse cheeks, bro. He's a good keeper, but he's not.
Talk about it.
He's not up there, bro.
What makes you say he's not of the highest level?
Bro, he's too camera flashy, bro. He just wants the camera save, fam. Like, some of the goals he's let in, yeah, I'm not saying on their like the Gaia level. Yeah, I'm not saying they're that bad, but they're not like. If you're claiming, I'm not being funny. If you're trying to claim that this keeper is a top class keeper up there with Alisson, Ederson, I'm not being funny. Half the goals that he's let in, Ederson and Alisson are not letting them goals in.
Okay, fair.
You know what I mean? They're not letting them goals in. Like, some of the times he dives, I'm like, he's doing this for the camera, bro. He's legit doing this for the fucking camera. Half the time he don't even need to fucking dive. He could just go like that, catch it like a normal keeper. But no, he's like, no, let me put some Shazam on this. Like that. Like, nah, bro, stop doing all that bullshit, bro. You're a goalkeeper. Just keep it simple, bro. Like, that's with me with Ramsdale. He's not, for me, if he becomes a great elite keeper, I mean, he's still quite young. He's still young. Well, for a goalkeeper, he was still quite young, to be fair. So I'm not going to sit here and slate him if he ends up becoming a great goalkeeper in like 2-3 years' time. But that's not the greatest deal as of yet. It's a good deal, but it's not the greatest deal. Ben White, I mean, I ate my words with Ben White. Ben White, I'll take back. I was like, yeah, cool. I said that straight away. I was like, do you know what? He proved me wrong. He's actually done great at Arsenal. I'll give him credit where credit's due. So Ben White, I'll give him good. But not many other signings that I've given. It's not really many signings that I've got like, oh yes, this is it. This is it. Do you know what I mean? Like, not really one of them. I've been like, oh, that's a good signing, or oh, like, he could be a good signing, or like with Trossard, I was like, yeah, that'll be a good signing. Like, I'm not gassed with it, but I'm happy. If he gets
Classified agrees with you. He says blood. You know how I know he agrees, because he started the sentence with blood. He says blood. Cam. Thank fuck someone has said it about him. Ramsdale is a competent goalkeeper. He's just a non-season Neuer, so he's in agreement here. I just wanted to put.
Bro, I'm not gonna sit it, bro. Listen. I've seen enough of him this season. Like, do you know how many times I've sat there at work if I'm watching the game, if I wasn't obviously serving customers, or I've been at home and I'm watching the game, yeah, or I'm watching it on my phone somewhere, like if I'm at my mum's or I'm out somewhere and I'm watching it on my phone, yeah, and the goals we've let in, I'm like, but you could hear me saying, Ramsdale, swear down. Like, you would hear me, bro. Like, if I'm out, I have my headphones, yeah. Even if the goal don't go in, but it's like one of them, like, how the fuck, he's lucky. Like, you know, when you get away with one, you legit get away with one, yeah. Right. You will hear me at the top of my voice, like, wherever I am, most weeks, bro, going, Ramsdale, swear down, bro. And then you see him in the Amazon Prime documentary crying because we win a game, but he's fucking conceded, bro. That's for camera, bro. I'm sorry, bro. This guy wants to be an actor or something, bro. I don't know, bro. Because he's not. Look, like I said, if he becomes like, look, I don't sit here and criticize and like say this about Arsenal and certain players and stuff, to be here at the end of it and playing, I told you so. I told you. I'm not that guy, but generally, I don't want to be that guy. I'd rather sit here and say, do you know what? They proved me wrong, you know. I'm fucking glad they proved me wrong. I'm a clown in this situation. Cool, hands up. Yeah, they proved me wrong, but I don't take back what I said, because at the point that I was saying it, they wasn't proving me wrong then. They've just started proving me wrong now.
No offense.
Because it's like what you say, bro. It's exactly what you say with Man United. At the end of the day, if we win a Premier League, we're all fucking happy and we're all laughing, no matter the outcome.
Yes, 100%. You're right. Yeah. I want.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. That's all I want for this fucking club, and that's all I've been wanting for the last 20 years, blood. Do you know what I mean? Like the last time we won the league, it was like 2 weeks before my fucking 11th birthday, bro. Like I was finishing year 6, bro. Like, do you know how peak that? Do you know how peak that is, bro? I was literally going into year 7, fam.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So that's what I'm like. For me, I just want when we went 9 years without winning a trophy in general, I was gassed. I was over the moon when we won that first FA Cup. Like I celebrated that like we won the Premier League. Like my voice, like because that was our first trophy in 9 years, bro. Just in general. And then we won it. Was it this? Yeah. Then we won it the next season. I was happy, but I wasn't as gassed as last season. But I was happy. I was like, yeah, we fucking did it. Yeah, at least we got another one. Cool. We had a topsy-turvy season, but at least we saved it at the end of FA Cup. Cool. At least we got a trophy. And then we won it 2 seasons after that. I was gassed because the only reason I was gassed was because we beat Chelsea.
Yeah. Where are you from?
But winning the FA Cup, I wasn't to the point where I was celebrating like it's a Premier League or UCL.
Yeah, you understand what level.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You celebrate every trophy win, but you understand what level the FA Cup is at in terms of prestige.
Exactly. So, like, that's what. So for me, like, if we sit here at the end of the next season and Arsenal fucking lifting their first ever Champions League, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but say we're sitting there at the end of the next season, rival fans are going to be like, fuck's sake, oh shit, they actually got one back. Can't. Us as Arsenal fans ain't going to be like, well, no, he was doing this and and he was doing that, rah, rah, rah. Like, you can come at me and be like, well, you were saying this about Ramsden, you were saying this about my man, and look, they proved you wrong. All right, they might prove me wrong. I'm not gonna then fucking argue with you, because at the end of the day, I don't even know why you're saying, oh, they proved you wrong. We've just won something. Do you know what I mean?
But that, you know what that is? That's people. I'm more interested in telling you you're wrong than actually celebrating the success of Arsenal football.
That's what crazy. That's what I'm trying to. Well, that's what I'm trying to. That's exactly what I'm trying to get at, and that's what the problem lies in now. So, like, I can have this. Like, you see, my man, he said, "Blood." The way I already know the way he said it. When I said, but when you got that comment when he said, "Blood," bro. Do you know how many times I've been in this chat or someone else's chat, and someone said something, and the first thing I say is, "But if you see the word blood, it's the first comment I make, and if it's the comment I make, and it's the first word is blood, just know I've watched what has been said, and the exact reaction was blood. Oh my Lord, you know, like that, bro. And then I'm typing it, blood.
With the sentence. Let me get to something else though, because you lot continue to get your questions in, and both Peter G, Black Diamond, and Matthew have all asked like it's very similar questions, so we'll get to it. But Matthew here says, I feel with all the signings Arsenal are making, they need to win something next season, or Arteta deserves to be sacked. Hold up, wait, let me just get to the other two as well. Black Diamond goes on to say Arteta spent 700 million. Should you not win the Premier League next season? 8th, 5th, 2nd, shouldn't phase 5 be a Premier League camp? And then as a question for Cam, Arsenal are nailed on to finish in the top 4 next season, unlike United. Will top 4 finish be enough to keep Arteta's job? So yeah, do you think? So forget what do you think will happen. What do you like? What is your opinion on it? So you're the man in power. You're in charge. What is the expectation of Arteta? Is it to deliver a Premier League or a Champions League?
So are we talking? So I've gone through the last sort of 4 years with him. So I've gone through the last 4 years with him. I've given all this money out to him. Are we talking like that?
Yeah, because it's off the
then,
season.
bro,
Yeah, because you're adding in the
yeah.
rest of that. Yeah.
So if that's the case, bro, you bet, bruv. If you do not, I'm like serious talk. If Josh Kroenke's on job, he will say to Arteta, "You better deliver us a Premier League or Champions League, otherwise your job's done."
Domestic double, not enough.
Nah, a domestic double, nah, man.
First, I'm just
Nah,
asking.
man. It's like because I like if this was sort of 4 or 5 years ago, I would have said, yeah, that would have been enough. Bro, we got told in very late 2019 when this guy signed his contract that we have a project in place. Now, this project has been going for so long. This ain't Avengers, bro. This ain't Civil War, bro. This ain't fucking Age of Ultron, bro. This is not what it is, bro.
I might watch that tonight, but carry on. You're right.
Bro, you know what's funny? Let me just quickly, on a side note, you know what I'm in the middle of watching right now? Well, not right now, because obviously Money in the Bank came on and I watched that. Yeah. But I was in the middle of watching the first Avengers, fam.
Yeah, it's fine, yo.
Fam, I've been watching Marvel Phase 1, fam. I'm in Arsenal PTSD right now. I'm in Phase 1 right again. I'm in 2020 again, bro.
Nah, I hear you, fam. Trust me.
But anyway, but like I said, no, bro, seriously, I'm looking at him. I'm like, you have to. It's not me. I wouldn't even say it in a rude way. I'd look at him. I'm like, listen, we've put so much time, money into you. We've invested so much into you. You have to deliver this season. You have to. The only way the only way he saves face. No, it wouldn't even be save face, but the only way he has a glimmer of showing his face again is if he gets the Mbappe deal done.
So it's something major like that will get everybody inside.
No, but obviously, that's something different. That deal has got to be done before the season ends.
Yeah, 100. Yeah,
because obviously by January he's allowed to talk to clubs. So that's if obviously he doesn't move. Well, that's all if he doesn't move this transfer window. But if he moves this transfer window, then there's no point talking about that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But obviously, with the reports coming out saying, "Oh, Arsenal are like I said, these are just reports." So I'm just going off reports. I'm just going off a pinch of salt right now. But hey, listen, I'll run with it because I've been saying it for a couple of years now. Bring Mbappe to Arsenal, bro. I was about to say bring Mbappe and Haaland to Arsenal.
I said Mbappe and this guy. You
know? Fuck you, bring them both.
So you're saying, so basically you're looking at and going, with all the money you've spent previously, all the money you've spent so far this summer, and you probably will spend more. Let's say you do get a Declan Rice and a Timber, Premier League or Champions League, just because of the amount you have spent has to be delivered.
It has to be delivered.
No, that's fair.
It has to be. I'm looking more Premier League.
Yeah, first.
Because I wouldn't judge on the Champions League as much. If we're doing well in the Premier League, I wouldn't judge the Champions League as much. Say if we got knocked out, say quarters or semis. I'm not saying we'll get there. I'm just saying if that was to happen, I wouldn't be too disappointed, barring we're still there Premier League title race. But if we're not in the Premier League title race, and then we end up getting knocked out of the Champions League, that's I'm sorry, top four just ain't enough, and a domestic double ain't enough. Do you know what I mean? Because we've gone through 20 years of this bullshit top four. This Arsene Wenger made us the banter fucking club when he said top four is like winning a fucking trophy.
He did. That's true.
Like, people seem to forget that. This is what I hated about this fucking guy, bro, because he used to make excuses. Man made an excuse for finishing second, bro. Like, bro, that's some loser fucking mentality, bro. That's why I always say Wenger's second 12 year spell, for me, completely and utterly fucked his whole legacy, bro.
Yes.
I'm not saying he hasn't got a legacy and his legacy ain't great, but his legacy would have been fucking superb if he had left in 2006. Whether he won the Champions League or not, his legacy would have still been Arsenal's best ever, like with not one real stain on his career, barring maybe that Champions League final, if he still had lost it. But if he had left that season or the season after, bro, no one will be complaining about Wenger. But then what happened? Year went on and excuses started to happen. And I started seeing the fucking excuses he started saying. But, you know, Arsenal fans are so blinded still by this invincible. Now we're 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 6 years down the line, 7 years down the line. And they're still blinded by this invincible title that they still think Wenger's fucking Don Corleone right now. Bruv, that's what I'm saying. So, bruv, he has to deliver. I just don't want. I don't want to see it happen again, bro. I don't want us to be fucking content with top 4 anymore, bro. I want our owners to come out one day. If we end up fucking finishing only top 4 next season, yeah, with nothing or maybe one little domestic trophy, I want our owners to come out and say, nah, that's not fucking good enough. I'm making Arsenal something great now. That's not good enough. Boom, you're sacked. I'm bringing and when they say, this is the problem I have with the Conkeys. It goes back to the question: should Arteta be sacked? Yes, he should be sacked. But then I don't trust the Conkeys to then go out and get an elite manager, bro.
Yeah, you don't trust them to do what's required after.
That's the problem.
Arteta is indeed sacked.
Because if he ends up getting sacked, if that happens and he ends up getting sacked by the end of the season, but we still got a fucking squad there, bro. That's when you need to go out and there's, like I said, I'm not saying Luis Enrique, but you need to be looking at Luis Enrique, that caliber. And I know there's not many of them right now in managers, but you have to, bro, because you cannot be bringing another BC this fucking manager and expect them to win the league, because it will just be the whole same bullshit process back to square one again. Just with decent, we just won't be in a rut where we had the David Luizes and all that. We won't be in that bullshit rut, because we will still have a few decent players. But yeah, man, sorry, man.
No, it's all good, fam. It's all good. Let me continue to run through the comments. Big up Victor as well in the chat, who's been a member for a number of months. If you want to join the membership, people, link is in the pinned comment for the membership, including, obviously, because I was off 2 days, I did re-release some old Sarcasm City podcast episodes, and people thoroughly enjoyed them. So make sure you check it out with me and Tox. Just talking current affairs, hilarious. Like one of the episodes called Imagine It's 2 Pumps That Cost You. Another one is my barber broke up with me and just didn't tell me in it. So make sure you go check them out. 4 new episodes. There's other content on there as well. So make sure you check all of that out on the membership. And that's just one perk in regards to the membership. On the United news as well, to Ravi, who says here, why are United not get... Oh yeah, big up to Starlord as well. I just seen the message. It says big up absolutely everyone. He's been a member for 5 months. So big up to Starlord. Why are United not getting Onana? That's silly not to be getting him. Where's the information come out that Manchester United are not getting Onana? Because Adam has also said here, did you see... Is
that just broke or something?
Yeah, maybe it's just broke. Let us know in the chat. Did you see we will try to sign a Feyenoord goalkeeper? Seems we may not pay the money for Onana after all. Here's the thing. If whether we go get Onana, whether it's the Feyenoord goalkeeper, I can't remember his name, someone drop it in the chat, whether it's Kevin Trapp, who we've also been linked to, or whether it's it's a name I've not mentioned. As long as we get a new goalkeeper, cool. I trust Ten Hag in that sense, because all his signings have hit so far. So I'm like, I got no complaints whatsoever. We need a new goalkeeper. Go and locate and find a new goalkeeper. And if it's not Onana, cool. If it happens to be the Feyenoord keeper or Kevin Trapp or somebody else, right? That's absolutely calm. And just to get to this from Warrior J, who says David De Gea is a target for Cristiano Ronaldo's club. Cristiano Ronaldo's club, Al Nassr. As his Manchester United career hits breaking point, Al Nassr is offering $250K a week. That's from Reluctant Nico. Not sure how reliable Reluctant Nico is. However, people, just this here shows De Gea's worth in the transfer market. The fact that he's been available for the longest, he is now currently out of contract, and we've not seen him get linked to one top European club. We've not even seen him get linked to a mid-table club in La Liga. We've not even seen him get linked to a side battling relegation or a relegation side in La Liga, because he's not worth the money. Very similar, ironically, to Cristiano Ronaldo, who as soon as he left, went to Saudi Arabia. It's now looking, and if I was a betting man, I would say if De Gea does leave, he will end up in Saudi Arabia also. And these are the players that some fans are saying, no, we need to back them. And these are the players to bring Manchester United to Premier League glory. These are the players that are here to bring Manchester United to Champions League glory. Absolutely not. need to be moved on. So, like I said, salute to Ten Hag, salute to everybody involved in the De Gea situation, salute to the club who, if we do indeed move him on, they made the correct decision on this one. Moved ruthless. That's what I've wanted, and that's what I've seen many Manchester United fans in the chat talk about, moving like a top club. Letting De Gea go on a free is top club like 110%. Not good enough. Same way we dealt with Cristiano Ronaldo was top club like. That's the type of moves we need to be making. If we do indeed sign a new goalkeeper, that could improve us so much. It really, really could. So I'm all for that, without doubt. See what else you lot are saying in the chat as well. Let's see. Let me have a look. One second. Where is it at? Yes, come on, people, smash the likes. Like Classified said, make sure you bump up the likes. Big up TJ Warren as well. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Catch me over there next Friday, people. Also, let's see what else. What else? Have I missed anything in terms of questions? I know it's. Oh yeah, here he is. Big up Nero, the young G. You said
I saw one. I did see a little one. I saw who's better, Havertz or Mount. I was just gonna say Mount.
Both bad. Both, yeah, Mount's better, but they're both
Mount's better, but they're both bad.
Yeah. Nero knows ball says the Mount deal wouldn't have happened if Qataris were here. I doubt it's Ten Hag's first choice if we had unlimited funds to spend. Maybe, Nero. Maybe you could be right. It's all speculation. This definitely could have been a factor where it was like, all right, I'm on a budget. Let me go and get Mason Mount. But Mason Mount shouldn't top any list. But I hear you. I hope this was the case. I hope it was
Kai Havertz, but you know.
I hope it was budget. I hope it was budget dependent. I pray that it was budget dependent. If it wasn't, I'd really be not with it. But I'm hoping it is budget dependent. For real, for real. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Yeah, man. Starlord says, yeah, Ten Hag bringing certain standards on and off the pitch. Facts. Let us know what's going on as well, people, in regards to the actual Rice deal. Has it been accepted? Why? What is the news?
No. So what I've heard is with the Rice deal, yeah, is the bid's been accepted. So the money, the money in itself has been accepted. The whole price has been accepted. It's the structure of pay that they're trying to deal with. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I said. So like apparently Rice's personal deal's already been agreed, and we're all right with that. It's just with West Ham's owners and our owners right now. It's just like I said. It's like West Ham owners want the deal to be paid within 18 months. And we're saying we'll do it within 4 years. So we're trying to break out the payment between 4 years, but they're saying no, we want it within 18 months. So that's where the friction is right now. But they're saying there shouldn't be anything to worry about, this and that. But like I said, a week's gone by now, and it's still just nothing's come out where it's saying, oh, there's been progression or anything like that. So they're saying, oh, still a stalemate or whatever, man. So that's why I'm not getting gassed on it, because if it don't go through, you know, see, but that's just more banter on top of Arsenal, bro.
I think it seems that you'll get the deal done because you're the only club in for him now. So we'll see.
I'm not saying we're not getting the deal done. Yeah,
One sec. Carry on. One sec.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not going to get done. I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked if it didn't actually get done. I'd be like, fuck, you know. So you got this close and you fucking broke down. But yeah, man, it's just the payment. It's just the payments right now, man. Apparently, man, it's just the way that West Ham want the money and we're offering the way to give the money. But you know, that's how things go. They're saying minor details. Hopefully it's minor and they can get this done by this week. I'm hoping we can get both Rice and Timber done by this week. But this, yeah, you know what I mean. We need that. And then we need to sell players. And I still think we need another 2-3 players on top of that, to be honest with you. But yeah, man, we can get the Rice and Timber deal done this week. It'll be looking A-OK. I'm not gonna lie. And I've already said it about Declan Rice, by the way. Yeah, look, the only reason why I'm happy if we get this deal done is not because of the quality of player, by the way. Like, I'm just letting you know, like, I actually don't think Declan Rice is worth 105 million.
Talk about it.
I've already said it. If this guy wasn't English, bro, this guy's not worth more than 40 million, bro. Like don't get me wrong. I think he's a good, decent player, but he's not the next Zidane, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying people have been saying he's the next Zidane, but the way people are hyping him is like he's the next Zidane. Nah, bro. Just nah, bro. Like, yeah, he's a good player. Like, don't get me wrong, but like I said, for me, he's not worth 105. But the reason why I'm gassed that we're paying 105 is because I see my club actually for fucking once in my life, I've seen my club pay over the fucking odds, bro. Like way over the odds as well, bro. We're not just talking a little 5-10 mil. No, we're talking, and like I said, I don't think he's worth more than 40 mil. We're talking 60 million pound over the fucking odds, bro. So I'm just gassed that way. That's why I'm gassed. You know what I mean? But with Timber, I'm actually thinking 40. I think it's 30. I think the reports came out. It was 37 million with add-ons. So it will be going 37 million up to 45 or something with add-ons. I think that's a really good deal considering, bro.
Yeah, I think the Timber deal definitely is. I'm just looking at the chat as well. A lot of out of context, Sarcasm. See, you lot chill out as well. Obviously, if anyone has any questions for me about Greenwood, that's absolutely fine. Especially from someone like TJ, who I've not spoken to, who I'm cool with, number one, and number two, we've never spoken about it as well. So if anyone has any questions for me about the Greenwood situation, that's absolutely fine. Obviously, regular watchers and people who watch me on, anyone who watches me on a regular basis knows my thoughts on it, but there was new people in the chat. There is new people watching who may be unaware. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions. As long as you're respectful, it's all well and good. It's all well and good. Footy chat says, Cams, would you like to see Partey go, or would you want him to stay? Me, I'd want him to stay, then leave next year if we can't get a player to replace him.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, like I wouldn't care, to be honest.
No, first.
I'm not fussed, to be honest. He's not a player that gasses me. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he played a big. I'll give him his flowers for this season. He played a vital role this season, but like I said, near the end, he fell off. Everyone fell off. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not the first time that's happened. It happened the season before as well. Even though he was, and my problem with him, and it's been with him since day one. We fucking signed him on an injury. It's the fact that he's injury prone. But yeah, I wouldn't care, bro. To be honest, I would not care. Like, I'd rather see him go, just because of the whole allegation that's on him as well. I'd rather see him go.
That makes sense, of course.
I'm not going to be shocked if we see him stay for another season. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't put it past Arsenal, I'll tell you. No, but I'd rather see him go and then re-sign, like, what's his name, bro? I forgot. But yeah, man.
Cool, no stress. Let's see what else. Yeah, to X, who says that I have not seen any recent news on Greenwood. It's just because TJ Aston and others popped up in the chat because people know my thoughts on it. But like I said, me and TJ are cool, number one, and number two, we've never actually asked about it. So you don't know what I'm like. I don't mind answering questions on any topic of conversation or any football player, just as long as you're respectful, which is cool. And TJ always is as well. But let's bump up these likes, man. There's over 90 of you lot in the building, only at 51 likes. Let's get up to 70 likes, people.
What are we doing?
Let's get up to 70 likes. Only 51. Like check 1212. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. I've been slacking on seeing where I with the subscribers. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. It is now rolled to 8K people. So we're trying to get to 8,000 subscribers. We're at 7,099. We're one short of the subscriber target, people. 7,100. That's what we're looking for. There's over 90 of you lot in the building. I know there's at least one person watching right now.
Someone just quickly come off the live chat, press subscribe, and then come back on the live chat. Trust me, you won't miss nothing.
You can do it on the same. You know what I'm saying? It will just open it. We'll just put it at the bottom of the phone of the screen, and then boom, if you're watching on your phone or if you're on your laptop or PC or anything, just open up a new tab.
Oh, if you're on a laptop, it's different. I was talking on if you're like me, you watch it on the phone.
You can just drag it. Yeah, you can just drag it down to the bottom. Easy.
You just drag it, subscribe, drag back up.
Facts. Let's see what else is going on as well. Oh yeah, this is an interesting question. TBG says, Cams, who's your favorite Arsenal player of all time?
Oh, Dennis Bergkamp, bro.
Okay, why Dennis Bergkamp? I know you got a lot
Bro,
to
he's
choose
the
from.
whole reason why I loved watching Arsenal in the first place, bro. I didn't really, do you know what it is? I didn't really watch football too much when I was young, innit? Until my uncle, and then I first saw Dennis Bergkamp, and I was just like, bro, this guy is fucking hard, bro. Like, pause, but this guy is fucking sick, blood.
He's good.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I hate about this whole new generation is they bring statistics about certain players against old players. Let me just give you a breakdown. The reason why you see these whole statistics is because of these players in particular. These are the players that are the reason why these fucking people came out with statistics in the first place. They are the benchmark. So you need to stop comparing them. They're the benchmark. That's it. It's not about who's better or who's worse. No, they're the reason why you're seeing all these stats today. Like, so you can tell me, oh, this player's got less games, but he's got more goals than Dennis Bergkamp. All right, cool. Nice to know that. That doesn't mean he's better than Dennis Bergkamp, bro.
Right, talk about
Give me Dennis Bergkamp on any day of the week, bro. On his day, bro. And he fucking he eats the whole team, bro. So, bro, yeah, man, Dennis Bergkamp. No, it's not even close, fam. And I don't get me wrong. There's certain players I love there. Like, don't get me wrong, like Thierry Henry and Ryan and all that. There's certain players, but Dennis Bergkamp, no one comes close, bro. The only time I've been starstruck is when I've met Dennis Bergkamp. That's the genuine truth. It's the only time I've ever been starstruck. I've been, and this is when obviously as a kid, and I've met Thierry Henry. Like, it's not like met him like I've gone to his fucking the same place where he's at. It's because Arsenal reserves used to play in Barnet a lot. So Arsenal's reserves home ground was Barnet FC's home ground, and they used to play Barnet every year in a friendly. So when Barnet used to play Arsenal, like Barnet used to be fucking packed every year when Arsenal used to play Barnet. Do you know what I mean? Like fans are legit climbing in people, like trespassing, bro. Trespassing in people's gardens because it's one of them. It was one of them old school stadiums where you could see, like, you could legit, if you lived in one of the houses, you could legit watch the whole game for free.
Yeah, them ones.
Like, you know the old school grounds. So, but they've moved from that ground now, innit? But so, and there's times where I met Thierry Henry, I met Ray Parder, I met Martin Keown, I met Patrick Vieira, I met Lundberg, I met all of these players, bro. The only player that ever got me starstruck where I couldn't even talk, bro, was Dennis Bergkamp, bro.
Hey, man, what I'm saying. Hear what you saying. And yo, Star Lord, relax with that. That's nothing to do football related. You know what I'm saying? I'll start timing people out. Relax. That's nothing to do with football related. I don't know what you're talking about. That's nothing to do with anything football related. So please chill out with all that. Let's see what else you lot are saying in the chat as well. I want to get to something and it's completely lost my train of thought of where I was going to get. Oh, yeah, that was it. Someone asked me as well, why Manchester United? Hold up 1 second. And I'll get to that Warrior J in terms of my favorite Manchester United player of all time. That's tough. I can't pick one. There's much more than one, without doubt. Like, I've seen too many greats to have just one. I got like a top 4. Like, for real. It's
yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like, no, I was about to say something, and I thought, nah, it'll still be Dennis Bergkamp no matter what.
Nah, that makes sense. 100%. He's a quality baller.
Like, if you take Dennis Bergkamp out of the equation, then it's tough for me. You get what I mean? Then it's like, obviously Henry will definitely be up there 1 or 2, but then obviously that's everyone's. Like, every Arsenal fans is basically Henry. You know what I mean? Like, I don't blame them. Obviously, of course, bruv. Look what Henry fucking done. So, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. So,
and Ram, I'm going to be closing out this show shortly. I'm not sure if Jez and Surfer are about for the Chelsea Spurs show, but if they are, feel free to jump on that show. And yeah, we'll have a Liverpool invasion on that show. So I'll let you know, Rams. I'm just waiting to hear back from Surfer and Jez. Jez, I know you was in the chat before. If you are, DM me back. Same for Surfer as well. So Rams, I'll let you know.
Twitter down, bro. Twitter down. Like Roman Reigns is down, bro.
DMs from was DMs.
No, but Twitter's down like Roman Reigns, bro. It's down, bro. Day one. Sorry.
It's all right, man. Get it off your chest. And for someone who asked as well, I'm trying to actually find a comment, but why can't Manchester United move on? I think it said Fred. Here it is from Mohammed. Flawless. Why aren't we selling Maguire, Fred, and others need to go? Yes, they need to go. But you know what? To sell him, we need buyers. There's no.
And it's not even that. It's not. Do you know what it is? There's definitely buyers out there, but it's the fact that these buyers can't afford the contracts that they want, basically. So what's Harry Maguire on right now?
It's saying extortionate.
Like it's 200K maybe up there, more.
Yeah. He's on a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm saying. So because of that contract alone, whoever comes in for him, he's not going to want to. Like,
that's what
you know what I mean?
I need to be smart and be like, all right, we'll pay X amount.
That's why you had Phil Jones for so long, bro.
Yeah, because we kept giving him new deals.
And the deals weren't even like they were like. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, you're giving him a new deal and he's playing one game a season, bro.
We kept giving him new deals, but in regards to this, Mohammed, there has to be buyers. There's been no offers. There's been no offers for Maguire. There's been no offers for Fred, even though there's reported interest from Fulham, and there's no offers for the likes of
because they know they won't be able to afford their contracts. That's the thing. Like they already know, like they're going to be asking for these 200-300Ks.
Yeah. What Manchester United can do is say, right, we'll pay off X amount. That's where United need to be smart.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to say,
well, that's what we would do. But that's the problem. That's what we were doing. And then it just got to the point where we're like, oh, fuck it. We'll just terminate the whole contract in itself.
Oh, yeah,
so that's what happened with Aubameyang, Ozil. Like,
pay the money off. If it's 10 million,
we'll pay somebody. Like, so they'll pay a certain, like, they'll pay, like, say 60% of the contract and we'll pay the other 40. And it's like, but he's not even our player anymore and we're still playing his contract. Like,
and yeah, to Adam who says L'Oreal said Fulham offered 8 million for Fred. That's Libby's. I don't rate Fred highly, but he's definitely worth more than 8 mil. 110%. He's worth at least 15 million player. 100%. 7.5 mil. He's 15. These are 15 million pound player. 100%. If Dean Henderson's worth,
no more than 11.2.
He's not worth more than wait. He's not worth more than Dean Henderson.
How much is Dean Henderson?
Yo, we took quotes is 20 million. What are we doing? He's worth at least.
If Dean Henderson is not worth more than 2.4 million, then Fred is not worth more than 11.2 million.
All right, okay. But yeah, Fred is definitely a 50 million pound player, 110%. That's Libby's. I'm saying, how can Manchester United pay a certain amount of contract when he's not playing for us? No, Ibrahim, you don't pay. When you say pay, you don't pay it week by week. It's lump sum. So say, for instance, Maguire's got 2 years left on his deal, and that 2 years over that course of his deal is 8 million, for example. So he's got 8 million left on his contract. He could then negotiate, say it was Tottenham Hotspur for however much money, and then like, all right, we'll pay you the 8 million. So then we've paid you up. So you've not lost out on any money. That's simply what we could do. And then he can negotiate his wages and his personal details with whoever he's selling to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Fred is quoted by 20 million by United. That's about right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Fred's definitely worth 110%. Because you know what you're getting. He's a Premier League, he's a mid-table Premier League player, 110%. Is he of the level where Manchester United are trying to go? No. But does he have his uses? Yes, he's a 15 million pound player. Without doubt. So 8 million, I think, if that is the case, if we did indeed reject
I think that, 8 million is fair, bro. What are you talking about?
This guy is a joke, man. We're not smart, flawless. History shows we're used to start getting rid. We know this, Ed. 110%. But it is smart in regards to if we did reject that bid, 110%. But this is just Manchester United. All this comes down to is why we need new owners, because we've done so much bad business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jez, I've seen that. I'm just waiting to hear back from Surfer and we'll get it patterned. 100%. Let's see. You mean pay the remainder of his Manchester United contract to force him to be sold? Exactly, Ibrahim. That's exactly what we could do. Same for him.
That's what Arsenal basically done with their players. It's not even that, bro. You can pay. No, there's certain there's certain ways that clubs will come to an agreement about their players' contract. So even if they do leave the club, there's a certain term in there that will say we're signing this player, he'll be signing for us for, I don't know, 250k, but we're only going to be giving him 150k, and X and X are going to be giving him for the next 2 years, for the last 2 years of the contract anyway, 100k or whatever. Like there is I know there's ways, because I'm trying to think who it was, man. There's definitely a player or two out there that's happened with. I know for a fact, bro. But yeah, there's always different ways of actually getting a player out. There's always different. You could just go all out and say, listen, fuck it, we terminate the contract. Here's your 10 mil, whatever.
Facts. You could easily do that.
You could just easily do that, but then you just lost out on however much you've just paid in the last 3-4 years for him anyway, and then on top of that, the extra 10 mil. But you just lost it out in a short period of time. That's it.
Yeah, 110%. So you could do that, and that's what Manchester United need to do. Shikai says, I genuinely can't think of a good moment Fred had in the United shirt. No, Fred's had good games, 110%. Fred's had good games. There's certain games, big games we played in away to Manchester City where it's like, yeah, Fred was on point today. Like he's had some very good games and he's had some very bad games. Fred is very inconsistent. But in terms of Fred is easily, comfortably a £50 million player. If he was playing for anybody outside of the top 6, we're not buying an eyelid.
Are you doing the Mandem United?
The Chelsea Spurs show after this. Yeah. Straight after this.
All right, because I know you're running that next year. Let me just quickly. I know this hasn't got nothing to do with Arsenal right now, or United. I've just got to say this. Chelsea are the fucking goats. I'll give them this. Yeah, Chelsea. You can clip me all you want, Chelsea fan. But I don't care. Chelsea are the fucking goats at selling players, bro.
Definitely this window. Definitely.
Bro, how would they get? Listen, they've made 125 million. Well, that's if the Mount deal ends up going through. They've made 125 million off 2 of the worst fucking Premier League players I've ever seen in my life play for an elite team. A so-called elite team, anyway. I'm not saying the worst Premier League players ever. You're saying because they're put on a pedestal. They're not just like any regular, player that plays for a Brighton or a Fulham. And that's no disrespect to Brighton or Fulham. It's just because of the history they have in the Premier League. It's not the greatest. You know what I mean? They're like with Fulham, they were an established Premier League club. They've been relegated in the last 10 years. They've been more up and down yo-yo club. But before that, if you're old enough, you would know that Fulham were a decently established Premier League club. Do you know what I mean? So, like, there's obviously worse players than them certain players. But the reason why I say of an elite status, these 2 are the worst I've ever seen, bruv. And these men have made 125 million of them.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts.
I don't know, bruv. They must have listen, they must have satin on both these clubs, bruv. They must have nudes.
No. Ain't no nudes. No. Let's not do that. Both our clubs are just stupid, fam. Let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's not credit Chelsea. It's just bad decision making on our part. That's what it is.
65. Bro, 65 million for Kai fucking Havertz, bro.
We just stupid, fam. We just stupid.
This is not Bayer Leverkusen Kai Havertz we've signed. This is Chelsea Kai Havertz for 65 million. You know what I could have bought for 65 million? I would have started to save World Hunger myself, bro. I would have started a program myself, bro. 65 million, bro. Give me the 60. Well, if you're looking just to waste 65 fucking million, give it to me, bro.
Yeah, you could give it us. You could have just donated that to Sarcasm.
Do you know what I'm saying? I could have done so many things, bro. Like, do you not understand? I could have made so many people happy, made them rich, helped them in businesses and successes and whatever, fam. I would have helped them, but no, you go and waste it on a fucking player who can't even fucking run for 90 minutes properly, bro. Can't even do his job properly, bro. It's like me working, bruv. It's like my job. It's like me working at a pub and I can't pour a pint, fam.
Hey, fam.
Do you know what I mean? It's like I can't even work the fucking the little Coke gun, the little gun that you get a lemonade and Coke out of. Like, you can't even work out a button, fam.
Hey, trust me.
Don't even know how to hold a glass. How do you hold this glass? Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, bro. This is ridiculous. 65. Fucking hell, bro.
Yeah, our clubs are just stupid. That's what it is.
Stupid is the word, bro. We are fucking. Do you know who we are? Do you watch American Dad?
Yeah.
We're is it Barry? Barry.
Oh yeah. Steve's friend. Yeah, it's Barry.
Steve's friend. That's who we are, bro.
It's Barry. Yeah, it's Barry. Yeah.
That's who we are, bro.
Yeah.
If this was Dexter's Laboratory, we're Didi.
I just name if it's Ed and Eddie, we're Ed, yeah? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're
yeah,
Eddie,
Ed's the
bro.
super
We're
one.
Eddie.
Nah, Ed's the dumber one.
Oh no, Ed's the dumber. Yeah, Ed, the first one, isn't it? Ed with one D.
Yeah.
He's the first one. Yeah, the tall one. Yeah, we're Ed. Yeah.
This is mad.
If this was Powerpuff Girls, we're the dumb guy, bruv.
Who's the? I can't remember who the dumb guy is in Powerpuff Girls.
The devil guy, bruv.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah. He was a zesty brother. You know what I'm saying?
Trust. Yeah. He was a bit on the mad thing. Even when listen quickly, because just real quick, yeah. Start noting on this one, just real quick. You know when I got to about 13, 14, 15, and I looked back on that, I started thinking, they shouldn't be showing this guy.
No, they shouldn't be showing this to kids. Like,
but this guy is peak. But anyway,
when you go back and watch cartoons as an adult, as you watch as a kid, and you're like, yo, this is kind of crazy. Still, it's like Johnny Bravo.
Fucked up, bro.
Like, the whole premise of Johnny Bravo is him just trying to get girl. That's the whole show. That's the whole show. I said it to my mom. I was like, "How you say
that is it, bro?" But as kids, you don't even know what you don't know the premise. But legit, when you watch it as an older, it's just like all he wants is to get a girl. That's legit. That's all he wants is to get every fucking episode is him trying to get another girl.
Was him trying to get a girl,
and his jaw always dropping.
Yeah, him is crazy. Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, man. That was a proper
this is for Atalanta, won at least 45 million euros for Højlund. Our core sport, trying to provide the news with these limited tweets. Flawless. Big up to you, Warrior J. Much appreciate. The thing is, that's cheap. That's why with the Onana deal, the reports were saying 50 million euros, which is like 35 to 40 million pounds. Højlund is saying 45 million euros here. That's about 35 million pounds. That's fairly cheap, but it'll be interesting to see. But I'm all for Manchester United walking away from deals. We should have. I
remember the days when you heard about a 30 million pound player, and that was the fucking one of the biggest signs of the season, bro.
Rio Ferdinand. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Talk about it.
It's upsetting how money's just gone like that now, bro. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, do you know what 30 million pound would have got you, fam? If you not even just on one player, 30 million pound would have got you half a squad, bro.
Back in the day, would have.
Back in the day, like, bro, you would have got half a fucking squad to compete the Premier League for 30 million pound, bro. 40 million pound. Nowadays, that gets you one player if you're lucky, bro. And it's not even a top-notch player anymore. It's only a top-notch player if you get him on a lucky escape, on a lucky contract escape that they've got with their club or whatever. But most players you're getting for 30, 40 million pounds, they ain't
that player that could do.
Ain't that player.
That's on the big clubs not spending smart, because you can get a 30 to 40 million pound player who will take you to, you know what I'm saying, the next level. But again, it's all about scouting. It's all about the correct.
Trust me. Ed said it. 50 million gets you bench players nowadays, bro.
Because we late, especially.
We've just said about 65 million. I thought about 65 million. We just bought a fucking bench player.
But then again, look at what Lisandro Martinez did for us. I believe he was 60 million. And look at the impact he had for us. So it's out there. It's just all about recruiting, right?
The lucky wasn't Ole, bro. He would have been a bench player, bro. It would have been. It would have been Maguire and fucking Maguire and whoever the other fucking Donny was, bro. The other
big up
shit.
Big up to my young G Devante in the building as well, man. Good to see you in the chat. For those that don't know, Devante was on here like on the channel early when we initially started doing NBA content. He was one of like the originals. So big up to, you know what I'm saying, and that to my guy Devante. To Hebrew, who says, Flawless, why do you think Varane gets too much disrespect in the UK, both media and streamers? Because of his game. When I say that, because he doesn't have an aggressive style like a Martinez, people just don't think don't what's the word I'm looking for? They don't contribute that to him being a leader because he doesn't do that, because he's not aggressive, because he's not extremely vocal. Like Varane goes about his business very, very in a very smart manner. He's very clever. Like when he's very controlled aggression. Like he won't go flying into tackles.
It's like in everyday life, really. It's like you get people who will deal with like if you put a situation in front of two different people, yeah, the same situation, whatever the situation is, they will deal with it, and they deal with it, you know, they both get it done, they both, you know, do the job, but they do it, but they both might do it in both completely different ways.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean? It's like one might do it in a smart, more patient manner, more, you know, more, all right, well, if I go in this way, then this will happen. It might be a little bit longer, but, you know, it will get done in a more
controlled manner.
And then there's another one, like, well, no, I'm going to do it like this, and I'm going to be loud about it. I'm going to be fucking, you know, I want to be full on.
Because as much as Martinez was quality for Manchester United and Casemiro from defensive standpoints, so with Varane as well. That's legit what it is. Like Varane, and yes, he's not an RSV. He's not the best with the ball at his feet, but he's competent enough to the point where we've seen the best of him. He contributed massively to Manchester United's season just gone. Massively. He was an important player. When he didn't play, you see the massive difference. Because games where he did play and Martinez didn't play, Varane was still of a certain level. Because Varane's a quality centre-back. Everything you want in a centre-back, he can do up to a competent level. All the defensive attributes, calm. Again, is he the best at playing out from the back? Is he Martinez level? No. But he's still good enough. And you've seen that on the ball that he's good enough. And in a better team, bear in mind, he's not even playing in a competent team. Look at the goalkeeper. Look at the fullbacks either side of him. Look at when Casemiro and Eriksen, look at the midfielders in front of him, Fred, McTominay, etc. Like, so it's not like he's playing in a settled team. Yeah, I'd say that guys like Vidic, Terry, Lisandro Martinez will always get the headlines because they're combative, aggressive types, and that's just what it is when you just seem to be more confrontational. And don't get it wrong, people. Lisandro Martinez is quality. Tyrus VU says Vidic also wasn't good on the ball. Yeah, Vidic didn't need to be back then. He wasn't the best.
It was too. Do you know what? This is what I hate about. This new generation. Like, I don't blame them. It's not that I blame them. I completely don't blame them. It's just the fact that I hate the way they go about it. Is because if they didn't really live the way football was played back then, it's completely like nowadays. It's so fast paced. Like if you're lucky or unlucky, it depends how you see your age right now. But if you're lucky enough to remember how football was back in like 2005 and anywhere before that, it was in the Premier League. It was the most. People used to say it was the. When people used to say it was the toughest league in the world. It was because it was legit the toughest. And when we say toughest, we mean people were getting fucking kung fu kicked and fucking punched and, you know, like elbowed and kneed up and everything, bruv. Like, and they were getting away with yellow cards. Nowadays, it's so fast paced, and like if you just touch a player, it's a straight red. Like, it's so different nowadays. Like back then, half the picture. If your club wasn't, if your club name weren't Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, or Chelsea, half the time your pitch was shit.
Yeah.
Your pitch was all bobbly, especially in the wintertime. Your pitch was bobbly, bro.
Right,
if it was wintertime, bro, do you know how many postponements happened in winter times, bro? Because no one had underfloor heating, bro.
Yeah. There you go.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's so different back then to what it is now, bro. Like, it's like if you watch football now and you compare it to back then, you know how much it's changed. You can see how fast it's got now.
That's why I don't hear no. He didn't need to be. He was one of the best
Because
defenders of his time. Before you go, Cam, he was one of the best defenders of his time. You know what I'm saying, and one of the best partnerships in one of his time. One of the best Premier League sides of all time. Probably the best to me, actually. And won multiple Premier Leagues, won the Champions Leagues, FA Cups, won a Premier League and Champions League double. No need to do anymore. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, but this is the thing. Like, this is the problem. Like, this is what I hate about this whole new generation as well. Like, not the new generation of people. It's just the way people think now. It goes to every generation of way to think. But it's like this is just going outside of football a little bit. Like, say with the whole LeBron James and MJ debate, who's the GOAT and all that. Like, yes, statistically, there's players that look better than players from back in the day, because statistically they've done better, yeah, but it doesn't compare them as a player. Like, you put them players, I'm telling you right now, all the players, barring you like you said, like I said before, barring your rare players like your Ronaldo and Messi, you put most of the players today back 20 years ago, half of them don't even make it into fucking the Premier League, bro. Half the players won't make it into the Premier League. And half the players that do make it in the Premier League, half of them won't make it into a top club. But if you put a Vidic in today's game, his only downfall is he's not a great passer. But put him as a defender, fam, he's having a fucking field day, bro. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like with like the whole MJ thing. You put LeBron back then, like in the 90s anyway. Is he still going to be the same player he is today? Probably not. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But you put MJ, if you put MJ in today's game, MJ's fucking. But MJ used to get fucking punched and elbowed and shit. That can't fly no more.
Facts.
In today's game, MJ's breezing past everyone, bro.
Facts.
So this is the thing. That's why I never have these sort of debates when it comes. Oh, well, this player is better than that, and statistically that, because it's like, bro, if you wasn't there to watch it, then you have no rights to even fucking comment on it.
There you go. Let me just get.
If you were there to watch it, then yeah, you got your rights to have your comments on it, your opinion on it. But if you wasn't there to see how they actually played, then don't, bruv, allow all the comments, bro.
Yes. Big up to Johnny as well. Says it baffles me how some Man United fans say stuff like, "Oh, Nana has a mistake in him. Our goalkeeper isn't a priority," whilst at the same time complain because we ain't playing attacking football. Here's the thing is with Johnny, because I've seen the same thing 110%. So I fully get what you're saying, and that's Manchester United fans who want what's best for the club, but with the players they like. So, like you said there, people will say, "Oh, criticize Onana," even though Onana's not Manchester United's necessarily our next goalkeeper. I'll say a goalkeeper is not a priority to protect De Gea, who's not good enough. But then De Gea is then a detriment to Manchester United playing more attacking football, or it's just being a better overall team. Like, so that's all that is, Johnny, in regards to that. But
trust me, bro. Let me see how Harry Kane handles Tony Adams. Sorry.
That's all cool. But yeah, I wish we did have a time machine and we could cut players in different eras. That'd be cold. But in regards to this, yeah, man, like that's just fans for you. Like every goalkeeper has a mistake. There isn't a goalkeeper that doesn't make a mistake. Every whoever you think the best goalkeeper is right now.
She has had mistakes in him when he was in his prime, bro. Seaman had fucking mistakes in him. Every keeper has mistakes. Yeah. Van der Sar, bro. Peter Schmeichel, but all of them had mistakes in them. It's not about the mistakes. It's about how they come back from the mistakes, really.
Facts. But before we close out, people, bump up the likes. We're at 77. Let's get us up to 80 likes before we close out. As soon as this show ends, we're going to redirect everybody here to the Manchester United, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur show. So myself, Surfer, and Jez. It may become a Liverpool show, analysis Anfield, because Ram may even join as well if he is still about. So as soon as this stream ends, we'll redirect to that stream.
I bet you get that Kaneki.
Yeah, I got Kaneki. Yeah, I will do in a second. Obviously, the reason why you're getting this show Saturday Fridays because it wasn't about on Thursday. But this show will be back to Thursday nights, midnight per usual, all the way through the season as well. Go on. What?
I would have loved it to be on Thursday when that news broke, fam.
Oh yeah, thank God it didn't. Yeah, the last person I wanted to talk to when the Mount news broke was you. So that's the universe smiling on me and that. That's what I was going to say.
That's why that's why I was at you. You're lucky, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. Without doubt. You know what I'm saying? All right, without doubt. No stress, Rams. It's all good, man. It's all good. Flawless, is there going to be Shameless on Sunday? Yeah, Shameless is going down. Shameless FC on Lewis's channel, 10 p.m. So that is technically today now. And don't forget, people, this show and all the other shows on the channel, on the YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV, and this show and all the other shows will pop up. We are not just a YouTube show. We are an actual podcast over here. We actually produce podcasts on Sarcasm City TV.
Run that up on Spotify.
So SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, type in, because you might want to listen while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're driving, while you're working, or you just might not want the YouTube app open, which is absolutely fine, people. But yeah, Cam, anything you want to add before we close out?
No, I just saw that is it
Kaneki spawn? Yeah, Kaneki, shout out Kaneki. Yeah, he's spot on. He's spot on what he's saying. Spot on.
It's so true, fam. Like, based on the stats of today, Bruno and De Bruyne are better than Fabregas and Iniesta. It's like, bro, so like, you say that to a kid, they'll be like, yeah, that's so true. But say that to a kid who's never seen Iniesta play, it's like, bro, you can't talk, bro.
Yes.
If you didn't see Iniesta play, and we're not talking Iniesta of after 2016-17, we're talking in his prime. We're talking Iniesta of like 09, 10, 11 times, bro. Like, that Iniesta was untouchable, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Xavi, forget about it, bro.
Cold.
Forget about it, bro.
Without doubt, fam. Cold.
So yeah, man.
You don't tell me, but anything you want to add Arsenal related before we do indeed?
Yeah. So the only thing to be honest with you, like there was something I wanted to say, man. Fuck, I forgot now. But yeah, just last thing I'll really say, man, is like, obviously, if we get the Rice deal done and the Timber deal done, that looks like we're taking a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping by this time next week when we're back on, that we've got the deals done, in it. That's what I'm hoping, in it. So hopefully this time next week we'll be talking about these deals, and hopefully Mbappe to Arsenal 2024. You feel me?
Big up to Nero Knows Ball as well. Cam, anything else you want to add outside of, you know what I'm saying? And hit the subscribe button. Get us back to 7,100. We're at 7,099. One more subscriber. Anything else you want to add to the people before we do indeed close out?
Arsenal FC, mate. We're coming back in it, mate. We're in it, mate. You know what I'm saying, mate? Fucking, we're going to win the Champions League, mate. You feel me?
Yeah, right. Okay. But yeah, love to everyone who's locked in. Big up Nero, who says large up quality stream as always. Hope you lot enjoyed it. There is a playlist for this. So if the Manchester United Arsenal show is your favorite show, there is a playlist for it on the channel. And there's a playlist for every single show. So whether it's Man United Gonna Talk, whether it's Man United by itself, whether it's another Man United crossover, or doing the most or Q&A, for example, there is a playlist for it on the channel. So it's all separated. I update it on a daily basis, people. So you can go and find all your Sarcasm City TV content. I've already started the live stream for the Man United Ballers at the Bridge, talking at Tottenham Talk, where we will be discussing Manchester United, Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur, myself, Surfer and Jez. And with Sarcasm City, you never know who is going to drop in. But love to everyone that's locked in. This show will be back next Thursday at midnight. This has been the Manchester United Arsenal show live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in, and see you lot on the next show. Big up.